Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for you the Seiko SRPK33. I think they list this as the light green. To me, it's more of a teal color. This is the first 38 millimeter model, I believe, of the Seiko 5 that we have received in stock. And so was excited to see this one. We just actually received a decent size delivery. So I grabbed a couple Seikos. You'll see me upload 2 or 3 videos here throughout the next week or two. But this is one of the first ones I grabbed because I was just anxious to see how the size wore. So we'll get to that on wrist here in a second. But the specs on this, I measured straight across the case 3 to 9 at 37.9 millimeters. So just about 38 millimeters. And then 36.6 across the bezel from 3 to 9. And I measured the crystal. The crystal was a little more difficult to measure simply because you can see there's really no edges to kind of grab on with my my caliper. So did the best I could, but came up with 28 millimeters thereabouts on the crystal. Moving along, case thickness of 12.2. We do have our drilled lug holes, and we also have female end length. So that's a true lug to lug. So pretty short lug to lug at 44.2. 20 millimeter lug width, and that tapers to 18 at the last link, and then the clasp itself 19.5. So I'd had not quite 20 back out at the clasp itself. So fold over, deploy it as expected. Clamshell locking there, signed Seiko. Dual push button release. We have an exhibition case back and housing there. You can see underneath that crystal is the Seiko 4R 36 movement. 41 hours of power reserve. We wish we had 141 hours on this. 41 hours of power reserve. 100 meters of water resistance. That's what I was referencing there. Non-signed, non-screw down crown, but again, 100 meters of water resistance. And on the full stainless steel bracelet, I weighed this and the tape that's still on it. I've weighed it at 140.4 grams, so under 150 grams. This model retails for $325. And I have to tell you, I think my favorite feature of this watch is I love the gold minute hour hand tone of the hands there against this green dial. It just works for me. I think some would probably say it doesn't match the kind of rhodium plated on the Lume there, but to me it works. Just an extra kind of visual appeal to this watch in my opinion. Aesthetically, date window there at 3 o'clock. Take a listen to the bezel action. Pretty smooth. Pretty good alignment too, gang. Always happy to see that. So overall, I think this is going to be a great option for those who do not want to wear the 42.5 millimeter model. If I'm not mistaken, they offer it in this color. They offer it in orange, which I'd love to see as well. And then they have kind of like a beigeish white dial, I believe, are the 3 colors. There might be a black dial in there as well. I have to double check that. However, I will tell you, they did not do any of the yellow plated gold in the 38. I just went through the website and checked. It looked like all of those models, the US exclusive or US models that are that yellow gold plated, were all in the 42.5, which is a little disappointed that we didn't get an option at this smaller 38 millimeter case size for that. Again, the more the merrier on these. But overall, I think it wears well. If you have watched the channel, you know I do prefer slightly smaller watches. So I think this one fits well and will fit I think really any wrist under 7 inches or someone who just prefers a smaller watch, doesn't want the 42.5. So again, let me hit the lights. I'll show you the Lume. Again, I got a few computer monitors on here, so just a low lit room in this office. Great Lume as expected. So again, another great offering from Seiko at a very affordable price, $325. I think people will be happy with this. As always, thanks for viewing. If there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we'll catch you in the next video.